The movie Barbarian came out in 2022 and very, very quickly cemented writer-director Zach Kreger as one to watch. Like, for me, he's definitely one to watch. Now, I don't think that Barbarian worked 100% for me. There were things that, I don't know, it just didn't all come together for me. But when I saw the trailer for this next movie, I was like, oh yeah, it became one of my most anticipated movies of 2025. So let's talk about it. It's finally here. Let's talk about weapons. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. The movie stars Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Alden Ehrenreich, and Benedict Wong. So, hey, if you like movies, and especially if you've watched, I would say, more than two of my reviews, would you consider hitting the subscribe button, please? Because that would really help me out. Of course, it helps the channel. I'm sure you hear it from all the different YouTubers, like, comment, subscribe, and all that, but it really goes a long way to helping the channel out. But yeah, I just wanted to say that to start. Also, this review will be non-spoiler to start with. I really can't talk about the movie without giving away things, so that's why I'm going to have a spoiler section at the end of the video. But don't worry, I'm going to let you know far in advance when that's going to happen. So if you've seen the trailers for this movie, you know that the children disappear at 2:17 a.m., which is kind of interesting because a lot of different movie theater chains, their first screening of the day on opening day was at 2:17 p.m. Kind of cool. The problem is my theater decided to play 28 minutes worth of ads and trailers, so it didn't actually start till about 2:45. You may or may not know this about me, but horror is not typically my favorite genre of film. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't own any horror movies or anything like that. I own plenty, but it's just not the one that I typically gravitate to. Usually, it takes a really, really good story hook for me to go, yeah, I want to see that. Well, this is definitely one of those. Now, without going into spoilers, this is one of those movies that's very much an ensemble type movie, right? Which basically means that no one actor gets 100% of the focus 100% of the time. We get to see the story play out from multiple different points of view. Now, I've always really enjoyed this kind of storytelling because you get to glean new information based on the point of view that you're now following. And what this also means is that each of the actors gets the spotlight on them for their little section, and the acting across the board uniformly excellent. Now the problem here is that, especially on the first time watching a movie like this, it can feel a little tedious. There are moments where I'm kind of like, can we just get on with it? You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's just like we've seen this, and it's kind of like let's speed it up a little bit. There's not really a way to follow like a typical 3-act structure. You know, there's not a build up, and then the problem is here, and then dealing with the problem. You're basically going through that multiple times. You're going through the, oh my gosh, there's a problem. Oh, and then we're starting at the beginning, and then oh my gosh, there's a problem, and it gets to where it's like, can we get to the resolution, please? Now, because of this impatience that I had, I was already starting to write the review in my head, and I was finding myself kind of disconnecting from the movie. But I won't tell you when it happens, but there is a certain point when the story changes the point of view, and everything changes. The vibe gets really different, and I've got to say, my heart was breaking at a certain point, and almost to the point of me being emotional, which was kind of surprising to me. Now, what that means is that to me, this is 100% worth it. Have the patience, please. Just go see this. Try to stay away from the spoilers. It's worth the ride. It's an interesting ride. So without getting into any other details, is it violent, disturbing? Yes. Funny? Surprisingly so. Like, I was laughing a lot in the movie, which is, wow, I didn't expect that. Entertaining, worth the ride? Yes. Just go see it. I would really love to hear the thoughts of people that are deciding not to go see Weapons. But look, I get it. The comment section isn't exactly spoiler free a lot of the time. But anyway, hey, I would love to hear from you if you're brave enough to let me know why you don't want to go see Weapons. Otherwise, let's get on with the spoilers, shall we? Okay, so are you ready? Because this is your last chance. Like 3, 2, 1. Holy crap, Amy Madigan. Here's the thing. When I was prepping earlier today for, my review, kind of writing some notes and things, just so I'm prepared and all that kind of stuff, I see in the cast list Amy Madigan, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen her in a while. Man, she's got to be getting up there in age. Wow, this is going to be really surprising. And kind of forgot that she was going to be in the movie until there she is as Gladys. Holy crap. Like, she's always played. Now, I mean, there are definitely movies that I've never seen that Amy Madigan's done. But the movies that I've seen, she's always been sort of a wholesome sort of character. So to see her like this as, the main antagonist of this film, the witch stuff, and it's like, whoa. And she is so creepy, and it's really, really awesome. She does such a great job. And unfortunately, I don't want to put her in any of the stuff because it was such a surprise to me. And I mean, I'm sure there's probably going to be many people that don't know who Amy Madigan is, but she was Kevin Costner's wife in Field of Dreams. She was Uncle Buck's girlfriend. I mean, she's been in a lot of things over the years. So it's kind of like, but man, what a performance. And it was wow. And the way everything turned out. And speaking of that, let's talk about Carrie Christopher as Alex. I said earlier in the non-spoiler section that my heart was breaking. When it switches to his point of view, man, I am 100% like behind this kid. 100%. And I felt for him so much. And I could see the thinking, the way that he was, you could see everything playing out in his head. And he's trying to figure out, like, how can I save my parents? And it just broke my heart to see him have to do this this witch's bidding. It was great. And I hope that this kid has a future. I mean, if he wants it. I mean, not every child actor grows up to be a whatever, but I gotta say, he made me feel things. Like, he made me sad for him. And I just, it was just kind of like, man, this kid, I feel like the kid just needs a hug. He needs help, and he can't ask for help of any of the adults and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, it's heartbreaking. But then it's also, man, the end of it. Wow. It was like a gut punch, him being the one to basically set all those kids on Gladys, man. And then, wow, that was a scene that, I mean, it was stomach turning stuff. If that stuff really bothers you. I mean, me, I'm kind of like, I get so disconnected from, or I'm aware that I'm watching a movie, but I was caught up in the emotion behind his performance. And man, what a movie. This is a great movie. I would love to hear what you guys think of this movie once you've seen it. Hopefully you didn't just glide right into the spoiler section without seeing the movie. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And like, did you feel that same impatience that I did during the, I guess maybe like the first 2/3 of the movie? And then did it kick in for you like it did for me? And it was just, I mean, I was having a fair time. But then, man, it just, the way that everything wrapped up and everything, it made the whole ride worth it to me. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it down in the comment section. And before we leave though, I do want to give a special shout out to my level 2 members. That's Filbert, that's Ninjinzu, and that's Stylefox. Guys, thank you for the support. It means so much to me. And of course, thank you to all of the level 1 members as well. But I guess that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.